I want to talk about something because we talked a little bit about Kevin Durant in a conversation with
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson.
We were just talking about him.
He might be somebody that gets moved this offseason, and there's a bunch of different teams. I can't remember if we talked about this last week. I think we talked more about like Giannis possibly
Right.
getting moved, but I think just saying as a very biased Sixers fan, why not send Kevin Durant to Philadelphia? Boom. There's already been talks this week. Listen, this isn't out of thin air. There was talks this week about possibly getting Kevin Durant to Philly for the 3rd overall pick of Paul George. Listen, makes us contenders. Us. Makes Philadelphia 76ers contenders in the East with Tatum out.
What? Man, let me ask you a question. If you were to compare Kevin Durant, because you're an interesting piece here. You want to know why?
Why?
Because you're a Sixers fan
Yeah.
and you're a Vikings fan, okay?
Yeah.
Let me
I
ask you a
love my
quick question.
JJs.
If you had to compare Kevin Durant to an NFL player, who would you compare him to? Because there's one name that pops to mind when I think of Kevin Durant.
Lamar Jackson.
I was going to say Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
From the
that's a good
trajectory
comp.
of his career,
That's a pretty
right?
good comp. That's a
he
pretty
had
good comp.
he had everything
Well, that's a
going
great-
in Golden
all right,
State.
you're right.
In OKC, right? Then he gets a little too big for his britches. He gets all
Yep.
excited. He wants all the money. Everybody focus on me. He goes to Brooklyn.
Yep.
That doesn't go very well. He says, "You want to know something? I'm gonna be the big 3 over in Suns territory." That didn't go very well.
Yep.
So now what you're saying
Send him to Philly.
is that you want him to be the face of your franchise.
No, what's crazy? He wouldn't even be the top 2 option.
Oh, tell him that. Go ahead and tell Kevin Durant that, because I'm sure that he'll handle that very well.
The thing is he wasn't even the top option in Phoenix.
And how did that work out, Dante?
It didn't work
That's
out.
my whole point.
Here's-
As a Sixers fan, what are you trading away for Kevin Durant?
The good thing is not much. That's the difference between all the Kevin Durant trades. Is in every trade they had to give up key players. Sixers wouldn't have to do that. Listen, Paul George is trading. That's nothing because that's just a swap.
I'll get it.
KD's better than Paul George. When he was traded to, or technically he signed in New York, but then they had to trade pieces to get like a James Harden. They lost everybody. Kevin Durant got traded to Phoenix for Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, and then they lost picks because there was a ton of different things.
I still would have rather had Cam. Looking back at it, I wouldn't have traded.
Would have rather had Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson.
But
with Philly, easy swap. 3rd overall pick, Kelly Oubre, Paul George, boom, you send him to Phoenix. He's up. That's all it's going to take, too.
Is it crazy to say I'd rather have the 3rd pick than Kevin Durant?
For the future, yeah, but I think if you want to win now and you want to go after the championship with Embiid with a wide open East next year.
Do you really think? Because I understand.
Wide open.
Dude, talent, 100%. You're so right. They'd be so talented. As a team, they do. Joel Embiid and Kevin Durant can't play together.
I disagree. What's great, too, is Kevin Durant has always been one of the biggest supporters of Joel Embiid.
I'm sure he
One
has.
of the biggest supporters
But
of Joel Embiid.
it's very easy to do when you're on the sideline and not looking.
I think it can work. Let Kevin Durant
dude.
shoot a little bit. Joel Embiid can just post. I think you're going to see a lot.
I personally would not want to have Kevin
Embiid's-
Durant on my team.
Listen, I'm one of the biggest Kevin Durant haters, but I've always wanted him on Philly, which is so hypocritical of me, just because I think he really would fit in that system. Because you would have Maxey at the 1, McCain at the 2. You'd put you could probably go. Well, it depends if you trade
Probably
Kelly
KD
Oubre.
at the 3.
KD at the 3, Embiid at the 5. You can mix some guys in at the 4, 4-3. I think it'd be a perfect fit for Philly.
I don't know. It's risky. I understand you're right. It is wide open.
The big thing is too, and this is a big thing. This is huge when it comes to this. Is getting rid of Paul George's contract.
Yeah.
That's like KD doesn't have as long. I think he's got a more flexible contract compared to Paul George. They just signed him for 4 years. He has a lot more of a flexible contract where you can move things around and you can finish off.
Who's your projected draft pick right now?
Ace Bailey, which I am all for. Listen, I am telling you, I am okay with literally any route the Sixers go.
Well,
as long as they don't draft VJ.
That's my point. Is like, would you rather have Ace Bailey or like right now?
I think Ace Bailey's next Kevin Durant.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So why get rid of the 3rd
I'm so
pick?
stuck. I don't know.
Why do you want Kevin Durant so bad? Like it's
I wanna
not,
win
dude.
now
It's
so
not
bad.
2016.
I'm sick of
You can
losing.
win now with him.
I'm so sick of losing.
I understand, dude.
I'm so sick of losing.
I get
I'm
it.
so sick of getting in the playoffs
I
and
get
not
it.
winning, dude.
I get it.
I'm so sick of it.
I know.
I just need something. I need a little hope.
A little hope.
I'm sick.
That would give you hope, though,
I'm
dude.
sick
You
of-
could win with that. You could win with that team, especially with Jason Tatum now out. And like they're not going to be able. I think a lot of people are going to be moving off the Celtics.
Yeah.
Like Kristaps probably not going to be back,
Yeah,
right?
He's going to get traded. When you needed him to show up the most, he did not show up this playoffs.
I think one of the two big boys,
I think Jaylen Brown might get traded.
White or Brown, because their contracts are so big.
White gets traded too, dude. Damn. I've been seeing him in the Warriors a lot in these past couple days.
That'd be sick.
I don't know. The question is, do they try to compete next year, or do they say, hey, lost cause, we're not going to have Tatum probably for most of the year, if not all the year, and say, hey, let's do the Philly route and go get a top pick. It's a pretty good class next year too. It's gonna be a pretty good class. So I don't know. I think they got a roster to compete, but I don't think they're anything more than like a 7-8 seed.
Yeah.
So kind of sticking on KD because when it comes to KD's market, and I have some of his rookie cards too.
I pulled his down.
Crazy.
I have his Nets downtown.
Oh, really?
So it's like an $800 card, but I think it's dropping.
I don't know why his market isn't that great.
I would hold because of the persona in the whole thing. I think he just kind of fell off. Let's be honest, he's not what he used to be.
But he's still like an all-star starter. That's the thing.
He is.
And the thing is, he's going to go down as one of the greatest players of all time.
He will.
He'll go down as a top 3 player of our generation.
And I agree 100%.
Him, I guess it depends when your generation starts. Him, LeBron, and Curry are going to go down as 3 of like the best of us growing up.
Yep.
Why isn't his market that great?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he also came out in a weird year for product.
He did. What was he? He was, 07, 08, back in tops. Yeah. Not a lot of his cards are out there, his rookie stuff. And you got to think, Seattle Sonics.
Does that
so they
hurt
transitioned into OKC. I don't think it helps it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And him moving around a lot probably doesn't help either.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he doesn't have, like, when you think of Kevin Durant, what team do you think of the most? 2 teams.
Thunder.
OKC and Golden State, right?
Yeah.
That's really your mainly OKC though.
Oh,
like especially his rookie stuff.
Yep.
So it's like it's the same thing with Russell Westbrook. Like I think his market is not anything crazy either, and they went together, you know?
Yeah. Do you see him a lot in repack? Probably not, right?
No, not at all. There aren't a lot of his cards out there that are worth it, like you said.
Well, 'cause he doesn't sign a lot.
He doesn't.
Panini.
No.
We did pull his 101 auto out of Prism this year, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, does he even sign?
That's all he signed was Prismatrix autos.
Huh.
That was it in Prism. He signed with the Nets in iMac, but I'm pretty sure it was an update series card, whereas from years
Like
ago.
22.
So he doesn't sign high-end product much. He didn't sign in Flawless this year, if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe he signed in National Treasure.
So you'd think he'd be
update.
really, really expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When-
I don't know. That's it.
He just has a fascinating market where I don't know why it's
I know
not
I just
that great.
Well, I know I just picked on him a lot. Do you think that might be a reason to start buying him up?
I was just about to ask. I think so.
Take for example. So do you think he gets moved this offseason from the Suns?
I think I have no question. Yeah.
What if he goes somewhere and kind of revamps his career, goes and wins a ship?
If he can average 25 plus, yeah, like. And the thing is if all you got to do is listen, if his market's low right now, buy it. Sit on it for.
I would buy him now if you think he's going to get moved this offseason.
Sit on it for 8 years, buy a large chunk. When he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, it's only going to go up.
I agree with that.
That's when people are going to be like, okay, where's KD's market at right now?
Yep.
Let me buy. But no, yeah, it's just you're not going after a lot with his rookie class. It's all his tops cards.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Dude, I will
I
say
have a few of his tops rookies.
that was one of the black border for the.
I have the
it's
white
tops.
ones.
The white border.
I have the white.
So
ones.
I think that's tops chrome, right?
It could be.
I can't remember.
The
that was
white
one of
border
like
ones.
I remember collecting that set specifically for football. That was always a good one.